the hashtag Be Bodacious, which means you're not going to let life get in the way of living, I got my new service dog. I am so excited. So, right now, everything's going well. He and Pipsy are getting along, thank goodness. There's been a couple of little sibling rivalry moments, but not going to complain. Not going to complain at all. Hey, Spike Man's in. Hey, Spike Man, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Phew. It seems like it's been forever since I've been on here, but it's only been a week, and I can't believe that because so much has happened in this past week. It has been crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hey, Lori Jean is in the house. Hi, Lori Jean. Welcome. Good to see you both. I'm glad you're good. I am glad. So I've got my new service dog, and he's laying in the floor over here sleeping. And Pipsy, my current service dog, is laying over here in the floor sleeping. They've just kind of worn themselves out today. We went over to my daughter-in-law's, and daughter and son-in-law's rather, and just, well, they've been having a lot of fun. He has not, the new guy, has not been having as much fun as Pipsy because he's had to stay on the leash because he's still learning. He knows his commands, but he and I have to work together. And of course, Pipsy is already rock solid on all of his commands, and he can run and play. Hey, a railroad spike from Scotland. Oh my stars, that is so cool. That is so cool. So all right, last week's winner won a copy of the Hurricane book, and she has decided that she wants me to give it away. So we're going to be donating that. I'm not really sure where yet, but it's going to be donated. So I appreciate those of you all who entered. That was a lot of fun. So the Hurricane book, for those of you who don't know, it's Service Dog Pipsy Helps After a Hurricane, and it's about what Pipsy and I did immediately after Hurricane Helene. And you saw it. I've mentioned it a couple of times on the channel. Spider-Man Hero is saying read it. I actually don't have it here with me. I didn't bring a copy on the trip, but I did read it on the other live stream. So I read that. And I don't know, I'm not going to change the main character of the book. It's still going to be Pipsy. So let me see here what I got. Somebody, I hope I can take the, thank you for handling that. It said a moderator just handled that, so thank you. Thank you. So my service dog that I have now is a Bernese Mountain Dog. So they're kind of related to the St. Bernard. The coloring is similar and kind of the same area of the world. And I'm super stoked because he's going to be big enough that he can help me brace and be steady on my feet, but he can also, carry things without me worrying about it too much. And I am so excited and so super thankful for that. So if anybody drops a super chat or anything like that, it'll go to treats for these guys, water. He's having to be on bottled water right now until we get home and transition him to the water that he's going to be on at home, just because that's the nature of the beast. It's that way because there's nothing in distilled water, and that's what he's having to drink. And he's going through it like crazy, but that's okay. So this whole week hi everybody. Let's see, Elliot is here. So hi Elliot and welcome. Chat GPT. Hi chat. Welcome. And of course Lori Jean, Spider-Man, Spike Man. I don't know where I'd be without you all. Yeah. So oh my gosh, this has been one heck of a week. So last Sunday, we were trying to leave home to be able to get on the road, to be able to make it by Kansas by Tuesday morning. And we were later leaving than I thought, and you all saw the video where I said, if you're seeing this, it's because I don't have a cell phone signal on the road, which is exactly what happened. then we made it to Kansas fine by the skin of my teeth. I went walking in. Oh my gosh, service dog class started at 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning, and I got there at 8:52 a.m. on Tuesday morning. We didn't even go by and collect the campsite or anything. We went straight to class. I was my heart was just beating out of my chest because I didn't want to be late, and I almost was. So somebody already asked me, what was it like to get your new service dog? And it was intense. I was nervous. I was just anxious. You go through this whole thing because it's almost like meeting your boss and coworker and blind date all in one, really, because it's like, is the dog going to like me? Am I going to like the dog? Are we going to get along? What if we don't get along? What was he really going to be a Bernese Mountain Dog? What kind? All of this stuff was like going through my head. And it's like, what if I asked for a Bernese Mountain Dog and I didn't get it? What if when I asked for it, he didn't like me? All these things just going through my head. And that combined with the angst of being late to class, almost late to class, it's like, oh my stars. But it worked out. He is a mobility dog, just like Pipsy. So he's going to be wearing his harness. And let me see. Smokey, come. Smokey, come. Right now, you can probably hear him snoring. Let me see if I can get him up on camera. Hey, I hope you're not going to be camera shy. Smokey, stand. Stand. Come. You want to sit up here with me? Up. Come on. Up. You're so tired. I know. Okay. Smokey, up. Oh, he's laying his head on my knee. But y'all can't see him with his head on my knee. So here he is. Hey, come. Come here. This is the guy. Yes, my RV is a mess. Hello. Say hi. We're working on your name. We're getting a name. We're actually having a contest over in my Facebook group for what I should name this guy. You're panting. You're so tired. Okay. And here's Pipsy. He's tired too. So, all right. Okay. So that's him. You all got to see him live and in fur. So I think he's just adorable. But of course, what I think about him being cute doesn't really matter. It's, can he do the job? Yeah, he is huge, Lori Jean. He's huge. But the thing is, he's still growing. He is still growing. Right now, see, he's 18 months old. Like, I think now he's 18 months old. And he's expected to get a couple of inches taller and about 30 pounds or more heavier. So the Bernese Mountain Dogs can be 135 pounds. So they are not a small dog. For comparison, service dog Pipsy over here laying in the floor, my little lab, he's 60. Or 65, I think, actually. Can you all see him? Where'd you go? Okay. Anyway, there he is. There he is. And he is so sacked out. So he's at 65. This one right now is at 100. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Spider-Man, what happened? Did you fall while scaling a building? You'll have to fill us in. I hope you're not going to have to be in for long. Because hospitals are just not fun. So hopefully you'll be out quickly. Very quickly. So on the dogs, so that's kind of where I am. Everything looks positive so far. I am going to have his hips checked out. He's a little bit young to have him fully checked out like I want to. So I'm going to have him for a couple of months and then check out those hips. My hope is that there's nothing wrong with his hips. Like, there's not supposed to be, like, their vet signed off that there was, no structural abnormalities that would be a danger to the dog or anything like that. But after Pipsy, I'm just a little nervous. So, favorite spot in your home? Oh, it says add a Q&A sticker. Now, I don't think I'm gonna do that right now. Um, but yeah, and our RV is super tiny, so it's gotten really interesting because I'm sleeping here on the little, our table makes a couch, and so I'm sleeping on that. Pipsy and my husband are sleeping on the actual bed, which is normally where I am. But this guy decided that there was no way in Thunder that the new dog was going to be up on the bed with him, and that's where it's the softest. So we've had a couple of little moments like that, but I think they're going to work it out. Going to be in the hospital for a week. Oh, kidneys got worse, and I'm on dialysis now. Are you going to be able to do home dialysis after they discharge you? Is that the goal? Yes, absolutely, Lori Jean. It's very welcome. So I hope you're going to be okay, and I hope they can get it turned around. No, they're not going to get you set up for home dialysis. I guess they're just hoping your kidneys get better then. Because that's a tough spot to be in. Yeah. So okay, I'm sorry. And y'all who tune in later, I was reading the comment here, and Lori Jean says, "Okay, thank you." So on the service dog stuff, I was really excited. Like I said, everything's going well. He passed the public access test, which is fine because it is a crazy, crazy test. So I've got to tell you all, there's a couple of different segments of the public access test that service dogs have to go through, and they do theirs in the most difficult environment possible. So they do theirs inside the mall, at the food court, next to the mall playground, which is right there at the food court, and they're by the arcade. So you've got all this noise going on, and it's like sometimes I can't even hear myself think. Yay! Spider Man says he's getting better. I'm really glad. That's great news. That is awesome. So glad for that. So, so the public access test, I'm going to talk about that for just a minute because I get tons of questions about what is a public access test for service dogs like. And this one, they just do it in this really crazy environment right there in the mall at the food court with the playground and arcade, like I said. And then there's several things that the dogs have to be able to do. And it's a pass fail. So either they do them or they don't. So one of the things is they have to be able to lay down on a down stay for a full minute in this environment while you walk away. And the trainers now, they're walking around, they're, scoring the dogs and making sure they're okay and stuff like that. So that was one thing. They also have to be able to stay on a wait while you go walking away, which was another thing. The dogs get lined up against the wall, and this part is like totally insane. So they're lined up against the wall. They're all laying down. They're all facing you, and you're there at the tables in the food court, and they're all facing you. So they go through, and somebody goes skipping over the dogs one at a time to make sure the dogs aren't going to get up and move. They throw a ball all around the dogs to make sure the dogs don't make a movement or go after the balls. There was a kid there that was on a skateboard or hoverboard, and she got to ride up and down in front of the dogs. Somebody went through kind of dancing like in front of the dogs. Then they took a stranger dog. The part of the stranger dog was played by service dog Pipsy. And the stranger dog walked up and down the aisle in front of them, and they were not supposed to move at all, which they didn't. They went through and put food, people food, like right in front of the dogs. Now, this service dog had some problems with that because he really, really, really likes people food, apparently, which is not good. And I hope that's not going to be a deal breaker, but we'll see. So the dogs are supposed to leave it. Mine didn't. Mine decided he was going to try tasting it, so I had to do a very loud leave it and pull him back. But he passed everything else. That was just that one ding. And, you know, with him being told to leave it and him doing that, then that was a pass, but barely. Let's see, what else? Had to do that, the bouncing, down wait, down stay. Oh, yeah, and then they had the people and the kid and the ball all going on at the same time, so the dogs had to stay there. They also, and this, I thought this was interesting too, because when they were lined up, we had to randomly call the dog's name and call them to come to us. And so what they were checking for that is to make sure that your dog came when you called, and that your dog didn't just follow the crowd. Your dog didn't just get up because the dog next to him did. So he passed that with flying colors. After that, we all went to a restaurant, so they had to gauge their behavior. Were the dogs good on a down? Were they good on a wait? Was there controlled entrance and exit at the restaurant? Were they growling at each other or anything like that? And they did not. Everything was fine. Binks is in. Hi, Binks. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream tonight. So the restaurant part, that was part of the public access test. He did great with all of that. I did have to correct him, though, about the food at the restaurant. So I suspect that the inmate that trained him maybe gave him food, but that's just a suspicion. I mean, I'm not there, so, you know, like, I don't know. We did get to go to the prison one day that trained him. That was a really cool experience, getting to meet the folks who'd worked with the dog, and not just this new one, whose name I'm still working on, but Pipsy's trainer was also there. So that was really pretty cool. I like that. Okay, Spider-Man, thank you for coming in. I'm glad you're getting better. I hope you get healed really quickly and get to come home. But thank you for coming in, and I hope you're going to be okay. We have Valerie Reese in the house. Valerie Reese is all about the adventure on her channel. So hi, Gayle, she says, and everyone. So hi, Valerie, and welcome. So yeah, that's how it went for public access. It was a little bit, I think we were all nervous. But the dogs, you know, he handled it fine. And they put service dog Pipsy through an abbreviated public access test, and he did fine as well. So all good there. So I'm going to keep this dog as long as the food issue doesn't become a problem, and as long as his hips check out okay. So like the next stage of the hip check, they did some basic x-rays. He's 18 months, so in another few months, I think it's 3 months, he can have a more intense hip check, because the dogs need time to grow. And this is something that comes out through, becomes obvious through more of the growth process. So when he gets closer to full grown, that's when we can check the hips again. And as long as nothing shows up there, then I'm good. And we're going to keep him. Well, that plus the food. I do have to work on the food issue. Yeah. But he's been great, absolutely great otherwise. It's too early to see if he is going to alert like Pipsy does. So hopefully that's something Pipsy can, you know, work on him with. Valerie's saying that Gayle, she and I will be doing a live stream on her channel. That's Tuesday, November 4th at 7 p.m. So you'll see more information coming about that. I'm really excited, and I really appreciate you, Valerie, for inviting me to be on. So we'll be talking about that. We got Mountain Sparrow in. So hi, Mountain Sparrow. Welcome. So that was been like the first part of my week. So we left there Thursday night. I spent the night in the couple of nights in the hotel, just so I can bond with the new guy while the old guy was with John, so we could separate so the bonding wouldn't be interfered with, and that was really good. And I got to tell you, some idiot knocked on my door at the hotel at 7:15 in the morning saying they were housekeeping. So like we were totally dead asleep, the dog and I, and he's in his crate. All of a sudden there's knock knock knock, and I'm like, crap. And then there's knock 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 again and housekeeping, and I'm like, so it was kind of loud. This dog, it didn't faze him. I mean, he woke up and he stood up, but there was no bark, there was no growl, there was nothing. He was just kind of interested in looking around. So hopefully he'll become a little bit more of a guard dog as we go through this process a little bit more. That's the big hope, you all. I'm crossing my fingers on that. I don't want him to be aggressive or anything like that, but a bark would be really, really nice for something like that. Pipsy didn't bark at all when we were on the Alaska Highway and the gas got stolen. So I would really appreciate a little heads up that something was going on. So we'll see what happens there. And worst case scenario, he's just not going to bark. What can I say? I wish he was more awake. You're just snoozing over there. Just snoozing. And oh my gosh, I've got him on distilled water. And this guy is going through about a gallon a day. It's crazy. So this is what he's on right now. And you have to find it in the parent section of Walmart. At least you do here and in Kansas. One of these a day. Of course, right now we're in New Mexico. Because that's right. Thursday I was in Kansas, and Friday night, Saturday morning, we made it here to New Mexico. Yep. Oh, we have hubby coming in. Hi, hubby.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
How is everyone?
Who is that, boys? They're like, yeah, never mind. Too much trouble to get up.
Yep.
But here he is. Say hi, hubby.
Hello, YouTube. How is everyone?
They're okay. Spider-Man the Hero's not doing good. He's in the hospital, but he's getting better.
Oh, well, Spider-Man the Hero, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better soon.
Too. Yep. And so we have movement.
Oh, hi,
We have
dogs.
movement out of Pipsy. The other one, not so much.
Not so much.
No, not so much. And I know everybody wants to know what is the name of your service dog, but I don't know yet. I mean, he's got like a paperwork name, but I don't like it. So we're actually holding a contest. If you're in my Facebook group, which is Gayle Vlogs, go vote. You can submit an idea, you can go vote, and we're just going to see what this dog's name winds up being.
Right now his name should be Rug.
Oh, because he's laying there like a rug? Yeah.
Yep.
It's because he was been tired. Yeah. Oh, he moved. There you go. He moved from his side to right here. Yeah. But he's so cute. Oh, what song? Have you performed it on your channel? Drop that link if you did. He's using that for my nose. LOL. Okay. But drop that link in the chat or come back and put it in the comment section. John just came back with dinner. What did we get for dinner?
We got chili cheese conies.
Chili cheese conies.
Yep.
Yeah. Because we're in New Mexico and it's kind of hard to find food that doesn't revolve around green chili or red chili. Oh, this is Sonic? Okay.
Yep.
So this is Sonic. So, oh, what is this?
Cheese sticks.
Cheese sticks. I guess I'm going to taste test the Sonic cheese sticks and we'll see what they're like. And I'll try these on live. on live stream. Here you go, just so you can see they are indeed Sonic. Woo! The video is up. Good. So if you want to drop that, go ahead. He's still laying there. He has not paid attention yet. Ooh. I haven't had these before. Not from Sonic. You got it back while it was still hot.
Oh, good. I was worried.
They must have just you must have been waiting on these.
I was.
That's why. They're still really hot. These are good. These are cheesy, gooey, and crunchy. A little salty. You'll love them.
Yep.
They're good. Pipsy is still with me. He's not going anywhere. We are keeping him. He's actually laying here at my feet. There you are, buddy. Yeah. Want your tummy rubbed a little bit? Okay, I'll come here. We'll rub this part. Rubby the tummy. There you go. So yeah, he's not going anywhere. Our plans are, let me put this back. Our plans are he's going to transition into therapy dog work. That's actually the first stage of his training is about therapy dog work. So now, hubby over here, he has to go to Kansas in March, and he is going to take the therapy dog class so he can learn how to handle Pipsy, because up till this point, it's been me. We have been putting them together some, but I've been his primary handler. So in March, hubby gets to take that. Now that's going to cost us $1,000 plus getting there and stuff, but I think it's going to be worth it. This way, Pipsy can go into shelters when there's a crisis. He'll be able to, help if there's a situation where something has gone wrong in the area. Let's say there's another Hurricane Helene or tornado or something like that. Then he'll be able to go help out with that. We're going to make him available to the conference also. So there are what they call Wesley Foundations, which is student groups. And so Service Dog Pipsy, when he transitions and becomes a therapy dog, he'll be able to go and be petted and help the students deal with their stress. So that's what we're going to do. I'm really hoping also that he is going to teach the young whippersnapper a thing or two about picking up on seizure alerts and blood sugar and things like that. So it was really interesting from a service dog Pipsy standpoint. We had the young whippersnapper, because I don't really know what to call him right now. We're still working on his name. So go vote if y'all haven't yet. And give me a like on the video, please, if y'all haven't yet. But when we were at the restaurant for part of the service dog public access test, of course, Pipsy was with us for that. And so all of a sudden, we're there, we're waiting on our food, because there's a ton of us, right? Because there's 25 dogs in the class, and I think about 25. Most of us brought a person, so that's 2, so that's 50 people right there, plus the trainers and so forth. So there was a bunch of us at the restaurant. It was taking a while for us to get our food. So while we're sitting there, what happens? My husband's blood sugar starts dropping. Now this is the public access test that is still going on. We're at the restaurant. Pipsy notices it, so Pipsy stands up, and he just starts staring at my husband. And we're like, it's okay, Pipsy. It's going to be fine, Pipsy. And Pipsy was not getting the memo that he could go ahead and sit down, right? So what does he do? He keeps staring at hubby. And then he starts sticking his paw up in the air at hubby. And it was like, you're supposed to be fixing this right now. And so he catches the attention of two of the trainers, and they start watching. And I'm like, okay, they're like, are we having a Pepsi moment? And I'm like, yes, we're having a Pepsi moment. He is allergic to my husband's blood sugar. And he was not taking no for an answer. So finally, we flagged the server down. We're like, hey, look, we know you're busy. Hate to bother you, but could you please bring some apple juice out? So he drank it, and Pepsi was happy again. So but it was just so funny because we're having the public access test, and in the middle of it, my current service dog is like, let me show you all how it's done. Kind of like, hold my kibble, I got this, you know? It is over, we're voting over on Facebook. So it's in the group, Gayle Vlogs. So it's facebook.com/groups/Gayle Vlogs. And I can come back after the live stream and put that link down in the comment section if you want to come back and check that out. Or I guess probably, actually, let me post it over in the community tab. I'll put a picture of the new guy up there too. He's a heartbreaker. He is so cute. So cute. And he's so asleep. And he snores. I can already tell you that. So he's something else. He's a mess. So, yeah. And then yesterday was a really big day for him. We went to my granddaughter's first dance recital. So yay for her. She's 3.5. So basically for her first dance recital, she got to stand up there, wave her arms, and jump up and down. So cute. But this auditorium was completely packed. They, I kid you not, had over 1,000 people at this dance recital from everywhere. Oh, that's right. You're not on Facebook. I don't know what to do. Let me see what I can figure out. No promises, but I'll try to come up with something. And y'all, Valerie Reese, she just posted the link. So, yeah, I understand, Lori. I get it. I totally understand. Plus, it's kind of crazy with some of the stuff that's on there right now, you know? So, yeah. So, anyway, so this was his first experience with, like, a crowd and waiting in a really long line and seeing all the people running back and forth because, like, the dancers were, like, you know, they'd come out, they'd find their family, then they'd go running back in and all kinds of just, you know how it is when you're in a big group and there's an event going on. He did great, absolutely great. I was disappointed with their ADA seating because it's off to the side and it was kind of a packed kind of little area, but at least they had it. Now we were able to get actually a bench along the wall, and we did better there as far as being able to see than we would have in the ADA seating, but I do give them props for actually having it. So that was a good thing, right? So, yeah. Well, I tell you all, my husband is over here waiting for me to finish the live stream so we can eat. But you don't have to be waiting on me. But thank you. So we're in New Mexico right now. We'll be here until Tuesday. And then we're going to head back home. And we are going to try to get back home Halloween during the day. Halloween at our town is like this super crazy, major, big deal. His church last year, just to give you an idea, had 1,500 at your church for Halloween last year?
Yes.
So about 1,500 kids. If we don't get there during the day, we're going to spend another night out somewhere in the RV and go in Saturday morning. But anyway, so we hope. So this whole time period has been like a complete burst of kinetic frenzy. Okay, Lori is trying to deal emotionally and physically with this chronic toxicity thing. I'm glad And I'm glad to see the videos and stuff that you're doing because I think that's going to be helpful to a lot of other people too. So, yay. Good stuff. Really good stuff that you're doing, Lori. So, all right, I'm going to go eat dinner. And I'm going to have to wake up the dogs because they're going to have to go out again too in a few minutes. But I knew this wasn't going to be as long as usual just because my phone is also dying. Okay, so I've got multiple things going on. But I did want to come on and just touch base with you. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for being excited with me about the dog. I'm so excited for this. So excited. So if you all can vote, go on over there and do so. And Lori, I'm sorry. I'll take a screenshot though so you can see some of the names. And I'm going to go ahead and post that in the community tab too. Because some of the names that have been suggested are just the cutest names. Absolutely the cutest. All right. So thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget, I'm going to be on Valerie's live stream coming up. And that date again, Valerie, for some reason I'm drawing this blank. Let me go back and flip through. I can't believe it. I've got it set. Please post that again. So thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. I am so excited because I haven't been able to really use him as use Pipsy as a service dog. So it's going to be great to have a bigger dog that I actually can. November 4th, 7 p.m. Eastern. And Valerie put in 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. I'll be on Valerie's channel. She's invited me over there. We're going to talk about the new book. Service dog Pipsy helps after a hurricane. And yeah, just going to have fun and hang out. And so come check us out. All right. So thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for being excited about the new service dog. If y'all have any questions, then come back after the stream. Drop those in the comments. And it's 3 hours difference, Lori Jean. Eastern is 3 hours ahead of you. So if it's 4 o'clock here, that's going to be 1 o'clock your time. And it's going to be a good one. It really is. If y'all have any questions about the service dog or getting a service dog or what's it like to get a new service dog, just drop those. I will be totally glad to answer, okay? Drop those in the comments. So, again, thank you all for watching and come out. And Lori, thank you for telling us about your new song and the video that's out. All the positivity stuff that Lori Jean Fanilli is doing is just amazing, you all. So thanks for coming out. Go have a great week. I'll see you online, hopefully some in between time. And just go out, be bodacious, and don't let life get in the way of living. Okay? See you on the next one. Bye, you all.